This is Sisters Ashley and Angela.
And this is Sister Rooy.
So this week, I was talking with a friend about intrusive thoughts. And while I don't know if they're really intrusive thoughts, they could also be just considered like worries or fears, like general fears and worries, especially just coming into motherhood and like what that looks like now with being a mom or even just married. I don't know. Anyway, we were just talking about intrusive thoughts. And I thought that it would be good to bring that up to you because I wonder what your intrusive thoughts are.
Oh, I have a few. But I have a question for you first.
Okay.
When did you learn that it was called an intrusive thought? Do you remember?
Do you remember? September. But no.
I vividly remember, I don't know why, a college friend who I don't really talk with anymore. He like ghosted me.
Right.
I just remember I visited him in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And I remember telling him about some irrational fears of like things that just popped into my head. And I just remember him telling me, you know, those are called intrusive thoughts. Like, did not know there was a term for this, but I definitely have them.
Yeah, I don't know when I would have learned the term intrusive thoughts, I guess, but...
Yeah. It just sticks with me. I don't know why. Maybe because I just still am also really just shocked that...
Confused.
I don't talk to this...
ghosted you?
This friend anymore who we were like BFFs throughout college years. So, anyway... That's a whole other tangent. But intrusive thoughts, I'm excited to talk about, even though they are just
dark and kind of depressing.
Totally. Cool. So you want to know what my intrusive thoughts are?
I would ask you, like, what is one of your main intrusive thoughts that comes to mind immediately, and how maybe your intrusive thoughts have changed with becoming a mom or even being married or in a like serious relationship.
It's really interesting you bring this up because with Jake, I remember while I was in my Alabama home just being in the kitchen, and whether it was at my stove or my sink, for some reason I just remember it was in my kitchen, where I was waiting for him to come home, and I just had these thoughts of like he got into a car accident or something. Like
you hadn't heard from him.
It would be something related to Jake got injured or some life-death situation. I knew it was completely made up, but the thought just crossed my mind. And honestly, it would have me in tears so fast. And I don't know if this is because of my...
Yeah, that's probably because you're like super emotional anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've cried. I'll get to
my...
Get to my thoughts.
The thing that is crazy to Jake is I don't even know if he would know the term intrusive thoughts and that this is what they were, but Jake would know my mind could easily spiral down to a dark place quickly and cause me to cry immediately because I bring up my empathy factor. I have a huge empathy factor, and I was just like, I can immediately think something and then totally envision myself in this situation, and it's dark and terrible, and there I am just bawling in the kitchen. And
it's interesting that we have never talked about intrusive thoughts, considering you are such an emotional, like, dark thinking person, which sounds terrible.
I know, it sounds terrible because on the surface, everyone knows I'm pretty light and bubbly and like all of this. I seem happy.
I mean, I hope you don't just seem,
Which I am.
You are
like,
happy.
Yeah, I don't walk around with these dark thoughts all the time, but it is just the fact that I totally can have in a split second the intrusive thought of something terrible happening to someone that I love, like Jake, and then I'm in tears. And Jake, for probably the first 2 years, honestly, of us going out and everything, I think it was just because I was so happy that I knew I found my person and like what I consider my soulmate. And he, like, I think it was just so obvious to me, and I knew how rare and special it was, and therefore my intrusive thoughts were kind of worse, because it would be like I could totally not have this in a split second because of a car accident or something.
Yeah. So that is one of my main ones, is Justin gets in a car accident, or when he's traveling, something happens. And I know with the media and everything right now, we just see more than, we're used
All the
to.
negative.
And so you see all these plane crashes and everything. But in reality, I think plane crashes are actually down considerably if you compare them to other years. It's just that we see them more and hear about them more because of the media coverage.
And maybe it's the Boeing company.
Yeah. But so I'm just like, you see this stuff though with the media coverage, and so then the intrusive thoughts come lingering in. With Justin traveling or with him driving around, I am always just like, don't get in an accident because you can't leave me. Like, you are my person, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do this alone. I could, but I don't want to. And I just like will tell him this, and he'll be like, okay, but I've never been in an accident. Which one? Like, don't jinx it. And
don't put that in the universe.
Yeah. And two, there are so many other idiots on the road. Like,
there really are.
I'm not saying that it's going to be your fault, but like someone could easily, cross a median drunkenly and cause an accident.
There's so many car accidents that I feel like I hear in our area.
I think it's because of just coverage and social media and nowadays, but...
Maybe. But I do feel like there's more people on the road and everything.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there are, like, overpopulated cities and everything, too, and growing cities.
And the amount of people every time... It is so sad that I think the minority of the drivers are actually not on their phones. Like, usually you see so many other people while they're driving on their phone. And I'm saying, you are in the minority now. If I see that they're actually driving and not on their phone.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. I'm like, Jake, they're on their phone! Ah!
It's always at a stoplight. Like, no one's going because they're checking their phone.
I guess, but there are so many people when they are driving. Like, when you're on the highway.
Yeah.
And you just see they have it in their hand, looking, and they're looking at the road then, and
there are distractions everywhere. But
makes me sad.
But yeah, that's one of my intrusive thoughts. But what my actual number one intrusive thought is, and I don't even know where this would have come from, but anytime that I go and run an errand, and it's a quick errand. Like, even when I had a non-electric vehicle, so when I had to get gas and I'd go into the gas station to get something, because I would usually pay at the pump. I don't know why I was going into gas stations. I was getting a snack, let's be honest.
Candy bar.
But anytime, even if I'm just going into a gas station and getting a candy bar, like literally in and out while my gas tank fills up, I always have it in the back of my mind, like, you need to bring your phone in case this place gets held up, because this will be the day, even if you go in for 30 seconds, this will be the day that you don't have your phone and something's going to happen.
Well, is this your husband, Justin, training you? Because
No.
I thought you said that, like, one time for a movie theater or something, we were going someplace, and I made a comment that I did not have my phone on me. And you said, if Justin found out I did not have my phone on me, he'd be livid. Something like that. And I swear it was for a movie theater.
Well, with Justin, it's a different thing, which is a totally other tangent based off of my illnesses and health issues and whatever. But basically, I almost, like, died. When we first started dating, I had been really sick, and I had left my phone, or maybe my sister-in-law had my phone. I don't know. She's the one that drove me to the hospital, and I was in bad shape. So I did not have my phone, and I was resting in a hospital bed, and I did not communicate with Justin that I wasn't feeling great at the time, but he knew that I was sick at the time. And I was supposed to go to my final for statistics, which was actually the class that we met in. And so he went, and he was supposed to meet me after my statistics final because I was taking it early because my grandmother died and I had to go to the funeral. It was a whole thing, guys. And and I had called my statistics teacher telling her, like, I cannot make this final. Can I make it up in the summer? I don't know. I'm going to go to the hospital. And so I let her know. Got to the hospital, and Justin went and talked to my statistics teacher and like waited for me to come out of this final, and I never came out. And he was like, is Ashley in there? And she said, oh, she called and she's not coming. She said she was super sick. And so Justin like drove around town and ended up seeing my car in the parking lot of this hospital, and it came barging in. It was like a movie because I was just like about to pass out from, that good Benadryl hit.
Oh, Ashley and the Benadryl.
And Justin just like swings the door open and I'm just like blind at this point because I was wearing glasses at the time, and I was just like, is that my boyfriend? And he hadn't even met my sister-in-law at that point yet. So that was a funny way that they got to meet each other as well. But anyway, ever since then, Justin is just like worried that maybe this is his constant intrusive thought, that I'm just like dead in a ditch somewhere. And then add that on top of his apocalyptic thinking. Like,
yeah.
But no, the gas thing, that has always been in the back of my mind. Like, something bad's going to happen whenever I go into this store or this gas station. I need to bring my phone just in case.
I suppose.
I literally will leave the door and I'll be like, I'll be fine without it for this time. And then I can never do it. I always go back and I get the phone.
I guess I've never really thought about that as an intrusive thought, but I guess in a way it is. For me, with the phone stuff, because I've had that where I'm thinking, okay, I don't need my phone. And then I think in my head, because I just thought that, I should actually bring it. Like, it's kind of one of those things, okay, this is a safety thing, and I don't want to have just jinxed it. So I guess that could be an intrusive thought. But I don't know. But the reason you bring up intrusive thoughts and why I thought it was very intriguing was, so I mentioned in Alabama, I really recall having a lot of intrusive thoughts about losing Jake in some kind of dire, crazy circumstance.
Yeah.
And then I honestly, just now having the second child, and I'm like walking around with Zach, my newborn, just like throughout my house in the kitchen or something. You're looking at me like, I wonder if this is the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like wondering where your mind is going.
Like,
and if it's the same as mine.
Basically, my intrusive thought right now is if I just dropped my child and I like completely damage him.
Yeah. So I have stairs. That is my intrusive thought. I'm like, anytime.
Tripping down.
Yeah. With Ace, I had the same thought. Or when I'm holding Sam and I'm like walking down the stairs, I take my sweet time because I'm just like, today's the day I'm going to miss a step and I can just fall right down. And then, and then my other intrusive thoughts with the little babies is their soft spots.
Yeah.
I'm like, God forbid something were to happen with one of their soft spots, and I need to get that out of my brain.
Now, I haven't heard...
That comes with a bad mental image for me.
Yeah, I have not had the intrusive thought of the soft spots for my kiddos. The biggest one is recently holding Zach, and I have tile throughout the majority of my house, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, his poor little skull and this tile. Like, that is, I haven't even voiced this to Jake of this is my latest intrusive thought, but I feel like I had a time frame of a year off of intrusive thoughts because I haven't had this negative thought of anything until I recently had Zach and walking around with him.
Maybe the hormones do something because, I don't know if I've really ever had thoughts in the last couple years either. Yeah. And now all of a sudden I'm just like, please nothing happened to my babies and nothing happened to my husband, and maybe it's like postpartum.
Yeah, I hadn't even worried about Jake and me. That's why I'm like, oh, it was back in Alabama where I last remember having some of these thoughts. And the crying in my kitchen.
Mine always results in like so many extra prayers. I'm just like sending up a prayer like, please watch over him, please watch over them, let them grow up and let me see that.
Yeah. Where I guess I had also, I think it's because of the unfortunate events of like school shootings and everything.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking about just the fact that at this point, I only had Emma, and I think I was probably pregnant. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And yeah, you start praying of like, oh my gosh, I just hope that my life, how it goes, I don't have to go through some kind of heartbreak of losing a kiddo.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's also why I really focused on putting Ace into the float, swim, float program, because Florida is just covered in water and everyone has pools. And so I really just wanted to make sure he had the tools that he needed.
Yeah, which I wonder if I just subconsciously have these intrusive thoughts and they're just part of my life, that they're just not even anything to me anymore. Because like just a few days ago, I was talking to Jake about the importance of us having to lock our doors. It was actually after Ace had been playing with Emma
on the porch,
and they had been opening and shutting the door
very easily. In that scenario, had I not known that we had put both of our kids in float, swim, float, like I would have been watching them way more closely.
Yeah, or we would have been like out on the patio.
Yeah. We had eyes on the pool. We had eyes on the...
Right. And I asked Jake to make sure that the
gate was shut. Like they had...
pool fence was up. The kiddie pool fence. But what you did not know is after that, I was having thoughts of like, oh my gosh, Emma could just be... I mean, there was a moment where she went out the door the next day without Jake and me, just into the patio area. And I was like, girl, you cannot go back out, like outside in the backyard without me and Dad or one of us.
Yeah.
And then my mind started just to spiral a little bit of thinking, okay, Jake, we need to now make sure that our doors are locked at the end of the day and we've got the child safety locks on so that the next morning we're not worried about just randomly Emma walking out there. And I mean, I'm not worried about her right now because she is still in a crib and contained. Yeah. And I'm not worried about her in the middle of the night just going out there or something. But it just had me thinking, oh my gosh, there's more of these things that we have to think about and protect for her safety. And it all had me going down that spiral because our two kids were playing in the patio that day. More intrusive thoughts thanks to having kiddos.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot more when I have kids now.
Yeah. But then I start thinking, is it an intrusive thought or just us being smart? Because we have to think
safety precautions.
Yeah, because we have to think safety precautions because we are parents and have to think through all of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably more so what it is with like the pool.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, was that really an intrusive thought? But really, the reason I said that was an intrusive thought is because I had the thought of like, oh my gosh, if that gate wasn't locked, it could easily be a potential kid falling into the pool and my heart pretty much having a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah. So what caused this discussion with me and my friend was that she had sent me a reel, and it was of a mother putting in her child who was being difficult at the time, and was like, point of view, getting your child into the car and telling them to like hurry up or something before they both get kidnapped or something. Oh. I was like, well, that is definitely an intrusive thought if I've ever heard one. And so I had asked her, like, is this something you were worried about? And so it was just interesting because that's what opened up the thought. And I was like, oh, well, this is like, these are my intrusive thoughts. And then I went into the ones that I've told you today.
Yeah. No.
So it was just interesting hearing hers and then now hearing yours and saying what mine were.
Yeah, I really want to ask Jake, actually. Now that we're, thinking through our intrusive thoughts and me thinking that subconsciously I have more intrusive thoughts than I really really consciously think about. I think Jake would probably tell me if I think about them even more or not, because I typically voice them to him, but honestly I haven't voiced many to him
The
recently.
only one I've really voiced to Justin is he better not die in a car accident. And then he's like, I'm fine, I've never been in an accident, like I said.
Yeah. And
I don't know what intrusive thoughts he has. I'd be curious to ask him too.
Well, I know Jake has had some intrusive thoughts because he'll always say, I feel like you. Like, meaning that I come up with the dark thoughts. We're always saying I come up with these irrational dark thoughts. And when Jake has those, he will tell me. And I can't recall him telling me any recently, but it's like twice a year. Not frequent at all. Or it'll be after he had a terrible dream.
Yeah. I just feel like Justin's are all going to be apocalyptic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, really would love to find out Jake's recent intrusive thoughts. So I'm going to probably be asking him that and seeing what comes of that. And I'll probably let him know, yeah, my latest intrusive thought is that I'm thinking, or not thinking, I have a fear that I will drop Zach and his skull will just split right open on our tile floor. And it is the worst thought. And yeah, but I had it today. Like as I'm going from our house back to the patio through our kitchen.
Yeah, I just feel like ever since having the kiddos, the anxiety skyrocketed.
But I don't remember really thinking some of these things with Emma. Maybe this is where Jake will be a great reminder of things that I have forgotten.
Right.
I think I had thoughts after Emma was born that, like, gosh, Jake could get into a car accident and then here I would be a single mother with Emma. And actually, I know this is true because I know it's true that I had these intrusive thoughts because I always tell Jake, gosh, if he died and it was just me and Emma, I don't know how I would make it through Christmas.
Oh, yeah, you've told me this before.
Because, guys, Jake loves Christmas. Like,
I don't know why you don't, but that's neither here nor there. But yes, Jake's love for Christmas is unmatched. And, I would help you get through Christmas if this were to happen. But
I know you would help me, but the first few years, I'd be a mess.
yeah.
Jake just goes all out, wants to decorate everything. And I think it would be either one of two things, actually, that I would probably do. I'd probably either be, one, depressed and crying, and poor Emma and Zach would just, like, have a depressing Christmas. Or I would go overboard and just everything would be a ridiculous, stupid amount of just Christmas. Like everything, I can't stand inflatables for some reason. They just look cheap to me. And
inflatable decorations.
Yes, inflatable decorations for your yard. I understand the hype or the draw for it, that it's easy to store, all of this stuff. But if you didn't have an inflatable continuously inflating throughout the whole day, it just looks like you have trash all over your yard. Like, it just doesn't look good at all. And Jake wants inflatables everywhere in our yard. And I'm just like, it just doesn't look good to me. I don't know what else to tell you. So if he died,
just keep them up all the time then. So it doesn't look like you have trash.
Either way, they still look cheap to me. Like I know they are not cheap.
How would Mo mow around inflatables? Would it eat them?
No, it would.
Mo. Yeah, Mo is Angela and Jake's robotic lawnmower.
He's our automatic
that
lawnmower.
We've named Mo
because we love him. He is part of the family. He does so much work, and we love him. We've had him for years. He cuts our yard fantastically well, and yeah, we don't have to cut our grass.
This brings me to a question that I'll ask once we finish my inflatable question about Mo.
Joe. He would, assuming that there is a more hard plastic type thing that helps the inflatables.
I mean, yeah, they have a fan that blow air.
Yeah, it's very similar to how a Roomba works. Like, he would sense there's like an object
but
there.
Say it's a windy day, and knowing Jake, he gets like the largest Grinch possible inflatable. So say that now it's during the day when Mo is going, and the Grinch is lying dead on your lawn. Like, the fan doesn't cover the entire thing.
Yeah, if they are not inflated and they are just laying on the ground, that would be a Mo issue.
So you just have to like lock Mo up for Christmas.
Probably.
And let him out during the night.
You're giving me more ammunition where
Sorry, Jake.
Don't need to have an inflatable in my yard.
I like the metal ones. I do those for like Thanksgiving and fall.
Like,
decor.
are those the wire type?
Yeah, the ones that just like stake into the ground.
Yeah, I like the look of those.
We have inflatables because I have Ace who has an opinion about everything and wants Bluey everything. So here we are.
Even if Emma wanted something like that, it's not going to come in inflatable form. That I would like in my yard. Jake would be all for it. And he'd be like, let's not tell Mom. And then it would just be
what kind of decorations do you want then? Just like I don't even know what they're made of. They're all wire, I guess. They're just like furry wire. I don't even know what
that is what I'm thinking though that I like.
Like I'm thinking of the classic deer that are like eating in your lawn type decor.
Yeah,
like white
that would be more
lights.
acceptable. More acceptable.
Yeah, but storage. Good luck to you.
I know. We really don't have that much room in our attic anymore. But yeah, that is Jake's thing with the inflatables. But I don't know. That I have other priorities of where I want to spend my money versus an inflatable.
They're pretty cheap in comparison to some other things.
I know. Which is funny because in my head, I'm just like, they look cheap. They look cheap, and when they are deflated, it looks like trash in your yard. That is my...
Wow, I've never heard Angela be so passionate about something. Like, I go on my food rants of, like, things changing in fast food restaurants, and here you are just like, y'all have trash in your yards.
Well, yeah.
That blow up to be magical pieces at night.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. If you have an inflatable or you're all about them, like, all power to you. It is not in my yard.
And never will be, apparently.
Sorry, Jake. I really don't want them in my yard.
I have not thought of that factor, though.
This is a conversation that Jake and I have.
Yearly.
Every year, multiple times a year. And
so it would take...
It kills his soul.
Terribly. It would take Jake's death for you to maybe go all out for your children and get inflatable decor.
Maybe. In the spirit of this is what
Christmas.
Dad would have wanted.
Yeah. We should put that in your will.
Oh, man. Yeah. No, I don't know. One of these days, we'll see if I own an inflatable. But at this point, I am just
the only inflatables will be inflatable tubes in the pool.
Yes. Those are the acceptable inflatables in my life.
You're like, yes, give me all the sunshine.
Yes, yes.
So my last little tangent that I was going to go off of, bringing up Mo, that I was also thinking about the other day. What is something that you've bought that was like
Frivolous?
Frivolous, yeah, thank you. That wasn't completely necessary, that you...
That I bought?
Yeah, that you bought that you don't regret, or like that you would 1000% do again.
Oh my gosh.
Because, one, Angela is very...
I'm too practical.
And you're just very cost efficient. I don't know what the word is. Words are coming difficult to us right now because it's really late and we're really sleep deprived.
Guys,
but
we are such sleep deprived mothers at the moment.
So thanks for hanging in there with us. But you're just very budget friendly, like, you know, always planning everything.
Yeah, we're very conscientious of what we spend our money on. The reason this is a difficult question for me to answer and for our listeners to understand is I was really huge into New Year's resolutions, and there was a resolution that has forever changed me.
For, I would say, the worst. It can be good in other ways, but it makes you a little bit frustrating to
When I
make
shop.
decisions. Yeah.
So to catch people up, one year I decided I was not going to buy myself anything that was not a need. And so everything that I purchased was met with a question of, is this a necessary requirement for my life or not? And like things like hygiene, groceries, those were things that obviously are a requirement. And then things like shoes and clothes. I went into the year thinking and going through a purge of my condo at the time where I was like, gosh, I have so much, I don't need anything. And the only exception for that year, oh no, I wasn't in my condo yet, because the only exception for that year was I purchased a condo. And I was like, this is an investment. It technically wasn't a need because I was living somewhere where I didn't need to buy a place, but
I didn't know that was in the same year.
Yeah, I vividly remember it because it was the only purchase
Oh,
that
my
I
gosh.
made outside of my groceries and crap. Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it forever changed me because I had it ingrained for a whole year to be asking myself before I purchase something, is this necessary or not? And, you know, it's something that goes according to other people who are huge into financial advice, and, you know, they're always saying, is this a need versus a want? All of that stuff. And so I'm like, yes, I have built this foundation for sure. And as a result, it still is very hard for me to buy what I consider frivolous things, where Jake is a lot better at, you know, looking at the reasoning. And probably the latest purchase outside of Mo that we bought, it was more a together purchase with Jake, was our Tesla.
Yeah.
We did not need a brand new car.
Yeah.
And I sold my Prius, my good old blue, to basically upgrade to a car that Jake and I both loved, because our only fight typically was around the cars that we drove.
Oh, gosh, guys. Jake hated the Prius.
Despised. Because he is taller and the Prius is really better built for people who are a little shorter and whatnot.
I know plenty of people who are taller than you or bigger than you, and they go around in a little Prius.
I guess. Are they newer versions of the Prius, though?
I don't know.
Because the thing with Jake, he couldn't adjust to even move the seat. Like, it was an '05 Prius. Or not an '05. It was not an '05. Sorry. The '05 Prius was our dad's Prius. And then the '07 was my mom's. And
Little
then
Prius fam over
and
here.
then the '09 was mine. That was good old blue. And then our brother has a 2011, I'm pretty sure, or a 2010.
Why do you know all these years?
Because I find it ridiculous that our family truly is the Prius family. It's a fun fact.
I guess so.
But no longer really Prius family.
Okay. To take us back from that trip, so Angela would say, Angela would say her Tesla and Mo.
For frivolous?
Because Mo was not, like, a necessary need.
Mo was definitely not.
You can mow your lawn.
Cool, yeah.
But
we push mode.
Definitely a thing that you decided you wanted.
And we went quality for him, Mo.
We all name them. It's okay.
Yeah, we
have a name our Roomba.
We went quality to what we consider, because Husqvarna, he's from that brand. But yeah, we paid a pretty penny for Mo too.
Yeah, Mo came to mind for your item.
Yeah, and we truly love Mo. We
don't we all? Ace and I will like come to your house and he'll be like, Mo?
Honestly,
going around the not the neighborhood, the yard.
We are known in the neighborhood as like the family. People know it. We always say
it just looks like a robotic dog. It does not look like a dog at all. No. It is a very large Roomba, but it's just constantly roaming in your yard, and so I consider it another dog.
We'll have to post about Mo so that people can see Mo in action. He's really great. So what I was about to say, in our neighborhood, when we introduce ourselves to anybody who's new, we're like, oh yeah, we're the ones with the automatic lawnmower. And they'll be like, oh, because everyone walks around and passes our bend of the neighborhood. And you can totally see the people. I mean, cars slow down to be like, what is this? Especially if Mo is headed toward the road, and if
they don't know that there's a barrier, it's like, is it gonna cross the street?
Yeah. So people will be a little cautious, but definitely the people who go on walks or bike rides around our neighborhood, they know.
They know Mo.
They know Mo, and we always talk about Mo, and people know Mo's name. Because he's family.
Love that for you and your community.
Yeah. So he would be one of our more recent purchases.
It doesn't have to be recent.
Yeah, but he's not even recent. He is years ago, because we had him in Alabama.
Yeah.
So we've had him for at least 3 years.
But yeah, so that and the Tesla, yeah. So Justin and I would always say our Tesla, just moving to electric vehicles for our purchases. And Justin and I, we make purchases more than Angela.
Yes. Exponentially more than me. But that's a lot of people.
There's still usually a reason for why we go that way. But I would also say for me, the most money I've spent on something that I would totally do again was LASIK.
Oh, yeah.
Which you also did.
Yeah, I did that. I was happy about that.
Yes. Contacts and glasses. And honestly, I had headaches a lot in childhood and adulthood. And ever since I got LASIK, and I never felt like I was straining my eyes or anything, but ever since I got LASIK, my headaches have been so much better.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of forgot that you had headaches. I forgot that you got headaches.
Oh, yeah. I had.
You don't talk about headaches that
I had
often.
terrible migraines, and
I don't remember you having migraines.
They were such bad headaches. They inhibited me from working. My boss knew that I had terrible headaches, and if I had one at work that day, it would just completely change my mood, and he'd send me home. He was super understanding, but they were bad, and I thought that they were mostly actually related to being a woman and having hormones and hormone changes, but there was never any correlation.
PMS.
Yeah, there was never really any certain correlation, and then there was a time when I thought it could have been food, and I cut out some things, and nothing helped these headaches. And I had LASIK, coincidentally, I also quit my job around this time because then I became a stay-at-home mom. But I would argue that I probably look at screens more now than I did in my job because I was doing accountant work, and so I was at a desk all day. But I still look at a screen pretty regularly throughout my day.
On your phone. Scrolling.
Phone, video games, computer.
Oh, yeah. Video games.
TV.
For you.
The screens are there. We are a screen family.
Yes.
And yeah, no headaches. So I attribute that to LASIK 1,000%. And I wish I did it sooner, if anything.
Yeah.
And it just makes traveling so much better. I don't have to worry about packing contacts and glasses. And it's just so nice that I can wake up and see.
I remember.
Middle of the night, I need to go get something. I can see.
I loved day one of having LASIK. The thing that I was worried about and the timing of when I was considering LASIK was it was right before a big trip. I was planning to go to Australia for a month, and I was starting to have conversations with either my insurance company or I was vetting out who to potentially do LASIK with.
What year did you get yours? Did I get it before you, or did you get it before me?
I was 2019.
Okay, so you got it before me. I was 2020.
Okay.
For that 2020 vision. Boop boop.
Ridiculous.
You liked it.
Wow. So, no, I just remember my Australia trip was before the year COVID hit. And so 2019, it was November. I got LASIK like a month before I was going on this Australia trip. And I just had so many conversations with Jake of what if it just like screws up my eyes, all this stuff. I was so nervous about it. But
those intrusive thoughts getting to you, huh?
I guess so. Bringing it back around. So I was just so nervous about it, but eventually decided to pull the trigger and do it. And you get the LASIK, your eyes burn. And I remember just being like, okay, I'm going to go to bed and just hope that
I think it's like the first 5 hours are the worst.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
And it's not even like the worst.
No, it really wasn't. I pretty much just went home, knew I was going to be going to bed and like sleeping it off. And next thing you know, I'm waking up in the morning. And so at this point, I'm living with Jake. And he's coming out of the bathroom holding something up and just asking, like, how am I feeling? All this stuff. And I just remember opening my eyes and thinking, holy cow, I can see you without my contacts or glasses. I was so happy. And I was just like, wow, it is crystal clear. And I'm still doing great.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's been 5 years. Dang.
Yeah. Well, 6 years. Going on 6 years for you, but 5 for me. Well, you said 2019 for you.
It's like November 2019. So
you will
be
6 years.
Our math is great, guys.
Still mathing over here. Gosh. We really should never math on podcasting again.
That's why it's funny.
But yeah, so then it will be 5 years for me in September because I had mine. So mine was during pandemic. And since I was working in hotels, as I had said in maybe previous episodes during the pandemic, not a lot of people were traveling. So Justin and I decided to foster children. And so I told my job that I was going to foster children, be a stay-at-home mom to focus on that since I'd never been a mom before. And they were like, okay, see you, bye. But I was like, before I leave, I need to try to get this LASIK because they had some sort of discount or something through something with the insured. I don't know. So I literally got it the last week of August of 2020. And then my last day of my job was like September 3rd. And then we got our first boys came to live with us on like September 4th.
Dang.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so super love my LASIK. Justin got LASIK way back in the day. I don't remember when. He does have to wear glasses at the moment, but that's from astigmatism. I don't know.
Yeah, but we also question who
Yeah.
he got LASIK from.
We really do. We
Let's
got them
be
done at
honest.
different places because Angela got hers done in Michigan.
Yeah.
I got mine done at a different place in Florida. And Justin, I don't know where he went, but they're not there anymore. And that's all I gotta say. And he does still
Enough
have
to be questionable.
He does still have 20/20 vision. Like, he went to an eye doctor and they tested it, but he needs the glasses at night for astigmatism because of the lights. Something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm trying to think if there's any other purchases that were like big purchases that I didn't necessarily need, but I just wanted. But yeah, the car, the Teslas, Justin definitely his truck now, and then my LASIK. And he'd say his LASIK too, but we're not talking about him.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Like I said, the headaches being gone was just like, is a lifesaver for me.
Yeah, and I am just so happy to be done with. Every year I felt like my prescription changed.
changing.
And then I'd have to get the new sunglasses, the new glasses, or an upgrade to the contacts.
Yeah, because
And then traveling. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, you mostly wore glasses.
Yeah.
I did contacts, and I didn't deal with the cleaning of the contacts and all of that. So I was just spending money buying daily contacts. And so I was just like...
so annoying.
Yeah.
I really liked contacts, but eventually I did the glasses only because lower maintenance. But yeah, off the top, my purchases too. It's the Tesla, Mo, and heck, I mean, Jake and I keep moving. So these houses, we really didn't need to move to Florida.
Yeah.
So you could add that one to the list maybe. But I'll have to ponder to see if there's any others or ask Jake because he's a great
I don't know what I was...
litmus test for me to keep me honest.
Came up in my brain the other day, and I was like, I should ask Angela since she is so... And because I was thinking about my LASIK, and I knew that you had your LASIK. And definitely Mo was one of those purchases, I feel like, for you. So I was just like, I wonder if there was anything else I couldn't think of. And I don't know if there were any more for me. I'll have to ask Justin, too.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll come up with some more. But, yeah, to bring it all together, we got intrusive thoughts that have really evolved after having kids.
Yeah.
And
are maybe just safety precautions in our subconscious.
Yeah, just always thinking about the safety for your family. That is a constant. And then what our latest frivolous purchases are.
If Jake had the option, his frivolous purchases would be those inflatables.
Oh, completely.
And that's where I'll end it.
Yep. And it would be Grinch themed or
Nightmare Before Christmas.
That would be my yard.
And Nightmare Before Christmas is all like black and white, so it really would just look like trash all over your yard.
There's some color peppered in there.
Peppered. Black and white. I'm on it with the jokes. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Until next time.